Hey, welcome back. It's Robert from Health Synergy, and we just got our first week of a lot of snow here, and I just want to share something with you today I think that's really important, and this is this whole idea of boosting your happiness and where does happiness really come from. And I love biochemistry, I love neurology. However, in this video I want to really simplify it and really break it down to what goes on in your brain. You got two sections in your brain. You got your thinker and you got your prover. And the thinker, well, when you give your brain something to think about that new project, that new career, that new job, that new relationship, that new thing you want, or maybe it's the way you think about yourself, the prover side of your brain will go about trying to find evidence in your past to support that. So if you think, hey, I'm a pretty smart guy, it's going to go into your past, it's going to find evidence of times when you were actually smart, and it's going to surface them, and you're going to justify, yes, I'm smart. However, if you think, man, I'm a dummy, what it's going to do, it's going to go into your past, and it's going to find evidence to support that, yeah, you are a dummy. But it gets a little bit more interesting because it will also, in your current time, it will go about looking around things in your environment that will support whatever the thinker is thinking about. So if you're thinking you're a dummy, you're going to find things and do things that prove you're a dummy. As a matter of fact, it will even go about making you not complete tasks, so you end up not fulfilling that, and you say, well, look at that, I'm a dummy, I didn't do it, right? So really very interesting, this thinker and the prover. And you've probably heard this before. What you think about, you become. And I even wrote down some quotes about this. You know, Henry Ford, whether you think you can or you can't, you're right. As a man thinketh, the power of positive thinking. What you think about, you become. And you become what you think about all day. And the interesting thing about this thinker is that you can think yourself into sickness. What do I mean by that? Well, the thinker can make you think yourself sick, and it can go to the other end and think yourself well. What do I mean by that? Well, if you're always stressed, if you're always worried, if you're always anxious, and so on, if you become like a hypochondriac, you think, oh, I've got every illness or whatever, or you're always stressed, guess what? Your brain, your gland, your organs will secrete chemicals, hormones that make your body sick. That's pretty incredible. But on the other side, have you heard of the placebo effect? The thinker can think yourself well again, and this is the empowering part. What happens is, if you think, I can get better, I can get well, I'm happy, I'm going to do good, I'm a good person, and so on, guess what? The brain will cause the secretion of hormones and so on to change your biochemistry, change your physiology, so you get well again. So that's really kind of key. So the mind can change the physical body. And I wrote a couple other notes here. Control your mind. Control your forethought. Control where you're going. Control what the thinker thinks about. Because whatever it thinks about, the prover is going to go and prove it. So give it something to focus on. What are your values? What are your goals? What are your expectations for the following year? Right? This is really kind of key. So, thinking is the process of creation. Only think about what you want the prover to go about proving. And the best way I know about this is to focus on your goals, to focus on your values, to focus what's good in your life right now. Think about the type of person you've become and all the great experiences you've had to turn you into the person you are today. So, the interesting thing about the thinker and the prover, especially the prover, it doesn't judge. It doesn't relate to whether something's good or bad. All it does is find evidence to prove what the thinker's thinking about. So give it something to prove that's positive and supporting to you. I hope this short little video from the winter here up in the north in Canada helps you, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. I'm Robert Ridpath.